Question 2. Yolanda measures the angle of elevation and depression from the top of a 20-meter tall building to the top and bottom of a taller building. Determine the height of the taller building. Here's our diagram that we have right here, and I'm just going to zoom in on it a little bit as I talk about it. Yolanda's standing on top here. She measures down 15 degrees to the bottom. She measures up 30 degrees to the top. And we need to figure out what the height is of this building using our two triangles. Zoom back out so that we can actually see all the work that we're going to do. So what we have here is we have two separate triangles. One triangle is on top, one triangle is on the bottom, and we're only given the angles. The other piece of information we know is that this 20 meters is the same as this right here. So we know that that right there is 20 meters, which in this case is going to be our opposite side from our angle. Now, it's really not of any importance this, because we already have this piece, we don't need to find it, but the only way we get this taller piece here is if we find our adjacent side. And so we need to find our adjacent side of both triangles. And that will have to be done using the 20 meters and then using the 15 degrees. I'm going to label this as triangle 1, and then we're going to use this one here as triangle 2. And again, I'm going to do it in different colored pens so that you can differentiate which ones we are using. We're going to end up adding both these together. They're both opposites, but they're both opposites of different triangles. Triangle number 1, right here, we want to find the adjacent side. We have the opposite is equal to 20 meters. We have that theta is equal to 15 degrees, and our adjacent is our question mark. Opposite and adjacent, we're going to use tan. And so tan of 15 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. Use the fish method. Again, we've done this a number of times. Use the fish method to solve. And we'll just write this out here, 20 meters times 1 divided by tan, 15 degrees equals our question mark, and our question mark, which is our adjacent side, is equal to 20 times 1 divided by tan 15, and you should get an answer of 74.641. Again, keep a number of decimal places so that we can find what our answer is. Now, if you understand this here, you'll know that that means that these buildings are 74.641 meters apart. It's not relevant for the question, but it is just a little piece of information that we know. For number 2 now, we know what our adjacent side is. So we're going to find the opposite side of triangle number 2. We know our adjacent based on what we had before, 74.641 meters. Our theta in this case here is 30 degrees, and we are looking for the opposite side. Again, it's exactly the same things. Okay, adjacent, opposite, and our angle. So we're going to use our tan function, opposite over adjacent. Tan of 30 degrees equals something, which we don't know yet, over the adjacent, 74.641 meters. Put that over 1. What I'll do here, again, is I'll spell us all out if we do our fish method. We start with 74.641 meters times tan of 30 degrees divided by 1 equals our question mark, and our question mark then is, let's pull the calculator here, there's the answer from before, actually let's do this correctly here, 74.641 times tan of 30 divided by 1. We just type it in, and we get that this is 43.09 meters. So we know now that this right here is 43.09 meters. We know what that is, 20. And so to get our final answer, I'm probably going to have to lift this up a little bit, aren't I? Yep, there we go. Okay, our final answer is we take both the opposites, so 20 plus 43.09 equals 63.09 meters, or 63 meters tall. And that is how we add up the two triangles. We need to add those two together.